Hey guys, what's up? So I'm about to cook dinner for myself, and I figured I'd just kind of film it and show you kind of how to put together, or I put together, a simple, healthy meal. It's nothing super complicated or super fancy, and it's actually kind of, it's pretty low key. So, here we go. Alright, so on the menu tonight, we have chicken, and this is kind of the main point of this video. I want to show you guys that yes, chicken can get boring, but it doesn't have to suck. I want to show you how to cook chicken breast without it being dry and just, you know, uneventful. But here are my sides over here. I'm lucky enough to work at a natural foods co-op, so a lot of times we get produce free. The downside is that it's about to go bad, so you have to use it quickly. I hope this is still good. I guess we'll find out. So yeah, this was all free. I did buy these, but so just green beans, I'm gonna steam those, saute this, roast these, and the first thing about getting started on a meal is to figure out what's gonna take the longest. So in this meal, these potatoes, I'm gonna roast them. So those are gonna take the longest, so I need to get started on these. For these potatoes, I'm just gonna do like a teaspoon or so of avocado oil. It's hard to say. See it there. A little bit of Italian seasoning, which definitely always choose fresh herbs, but this is all I have, so I'm going with this. It's good enough for now. A little bit of garlic I just minced up, and then pepper and salt. Just gonna toss that up. See how it looks right there. Then we're just gonna throw it on a baking pan. Obviously this is a serving size for just one. If you're cooking for more people, you're gonna need more potatoes than that, but this is just for me, so if it looks weird, that's why. Alright, so now I'm just gonna throw it into the oven, preheated at, well, it's 375. So I'm gonna put those in there for about 15 minutes to start. I'll check them and see where they're at. People always ask how long you put things in the oven, and my answer is always till it's done. There's no exact time for any sort of food. It's always different, and you're just gonna have to keep checking it to see if it's done to your liking. Now it's time to move on to the chicken. Alright, so first off, I'm gonna add salt, pepper. And the seasonings I'm using for the chicken is some ground cumin. Whoops, that's a lot. And some chili powder. If I can get the bag open. Ow! Oh, fuck it. Alright. Chili powder. Then turn it over. Same thing to the other side, minus the pepper, chili powder, cumin, alright, good to go. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to sear the chicken, and to do that I want to get my pan pretty hot, and so I just turned on the heat. Add a little bit of oil to it. And you can tell your pan is hot enough when, here, let's see if I can show you. When you get those little streaks in the oil, I don't know if you can see it or not. They're called legs. Right there. That means your pan is hot enough and that you're good to go to put in your meat or whatever you're searing. I'm going to put this face down in the pan. And you want to hear that sound, you want to hear that sizzle, that's good. Now we got it smoking a little bit, and we know that we probably have a good sear on the other side. Want to flip it over. Do the same thing to the other side. Patience is key in this part of the chicken cooking procedure. And after the next side is seared, we're actually going to move it down to the oven. Alright, it's time to move this down into the oven. So you just take the whole pan. This is the best part about iron skillets. Just stick it right down in here with the potatoes that are cooking. Probably another 12 to 15 minutes until that's done. And then I'm gonna temp it with a thermometer. And this is the absolute key to making sure that your meat is cooked at the right temperature. If you do it as many times as I do, you kind of get a feel for if the chicken's done or not. But if you're unsure, and you don't want to be the person that is unsure if your chicken is cooked and then you just kill it completely so you don't get diarrhea or any of those things. No one wants chicken shits, but if you temp your chicken and it's at 165, then it's done. You can pull it. You don't have to overkill. I actually pull my chicken out at 160 if possible, because it's going to continue cooking even after you pull it out of the oven. So we'll come back for that. While the chicken is cooking, I'm just gonna stick these in here. Just gonna steam those until they're done. Probably about 5 minutes. These aren't gonna take long at all. While the chicken and the potatoes are cooking and everything else, I'm gonna start prepping up my veggies. Then I'm gonna saute. And this is a shallot, if you guys didn't know what that was. It's kind of like an onion, but not as strong. Let's see. So I'm just gonna kind of slice this up thinly. Pepper. Once again, I just want to heat up my pan and do another teaspoon of avocado oil. As soon as that's hot enough, I'm going to throw in my peppers and shallots. I'm just going to toss it around a little bit. Add a little bit of salt. Pepper. Cooked a little bit, and the peppers have gotten a little bit more tender. And add in a little bit of garlic, and then also the tomatoes that I cut up. So I just pulled my chicken out of the oven, so I am going to check the temperature on it with my visual thermometer. Just turn that on. If it turns on. There we go. Just like that. Right in the side and the thickest part of the chicken breast, so you know that's gonna be cooked. 155 or so. So I'm gonna put it in the oven for another like three minutes. It's been about 3 more minutes, so I'm just gonna temp this chicken breast again. Alright, so a little over. It's 166 right now. But that's a lot better than dead. So if you pull it out at 165, 166, you're golden, it's ready to eat. I've got all my vegetables. These are steamed and ready. I just seasoned with a little bit of salt and pepper. Potatoes are done. They are beautiful and nice and tender. There's my peppers and tomatoes and stuff, and my chicken. So now I'm just going to plate it up and eat dinner. Alright guys, that's it. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'm gonna go eat dinner. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.